Hey there, language lovers. Welcome back to Idioms Insight, the podcast that's all about helping you sound like a native English speaker. I'm your host, Jais, and today we're diving deeper into a super useful topic, English idioms for agreeing and disagreeing. These are the phrases that'll make your conversations pop with personality and authenticity. We've got a jam-packed episode with 10 idioms for agreeing and 10 for disagreeing, 20 in total. By the end, you'll be ready to sprinkle these idioms into your chats like a pro. So grab a coffee, get comfy, and let's jump right in. Why idioms are your secret weapon. Idioms are like the cherry on top of your English. They make your speech vibrant, relatable, and oh so natural. When you say something like, we're in the same boat, or I'm not on board with that, you're not just communicating, you're showing you get the rhythm of English. But idioms can be a double-edged sword. Use them wrong, and you might raise some eyebrows. That's why we'll break down each one with examples, context, and tips to make sure you nail them. Let's start with agreeing. Idioms for agreeing. We've got 10 fantastic idioms for showing agreement. These range from casual to professional, so you'll have something for every situation. I'll explain each, give an example, and share a tip for using it naturally. 1. I'm on the same page. This means you fully agree with someone's idea or perspective, like your minds are aligned on the same book page. Example. In a meeting, your colleague suggests focusing on customer feedback. You say, I'm on the same page. Let's prioritize that. Tip. Perfect for teamwork or planning discussions. Keep it professional but friendly and avoid it in super formal settings. 2. You're preaching to the choir. This fun idiom means you already agree with someone, so they don't need to convince you. It's like preaching to people who are already believers. Example. Your friend complains, streaming services are getting too pricey. You reply, you're preaching to the choir. I canceled mine last month. Tip. Use this in casual settings for a playful vibe. Be cautious with tone. It can sound sarcastic if overdone. 3. I'm with you. A simple, versatile way to say you agree or support someone's point. It's short and sweet, perfect for keeping the conversation flowing. Example. Your coworker says, we need better project management tools. You nod and say, I'm with you. Let's look into some options. Tip. Great for quick agreement in any setting. Add a smile or nod for extra warmth. 4. You hit the nail on the head. This means someone has nailed the truth or said something exactly right. It's vivid, like hitting a nail perfectly with a hammer. Example. Your friend says, the problem is we're all overworked. You respond, you hit the nail on the head. That's the core issue. Tip. Use this to praise someone's insight. It works in both casual and professional contexts, but shines when someone makes a sharp point. 5. We're on the same wavelength. This suggests you and someone else are thinking alike. Like your brains are tuned to the same frequency. It's warm and connective. Example. Your roommate suggests pizza for dinner, and you say, we're on the same wavelength. I was craving pepperoni. Tip. Best for informal chats with friends or colleagues you're close to. It's less common in formal settings. 6. You read my mind. This means someone has said exactly what you were thinking, almost like they're psychic. Example, your friend says, let's go hiking this weekend. You laugh and say, you read my mind. I was just about to suggest that. Tip. Use this in casual, friendly conversations to show excitement about shared ideas. It's playful, so keep it light. 7. I'm in your corner. This means you support someone's position or idea, like a coach backing a boxer in their corner. It conveys loyalty and agreement. Example, your colleague is pushing for a new initiative, and you say, I'm in your corner. This could really work. Tip, great for showing support in professional or personal settings. It's especially effective when someone needs encouragement. 8. That's music to my ears. This means you're thrilled to hear something because you agree or it's exactly what you wanted. Example, your boss says, we're giving everyone a long weekend. You reply, that's music to my ears. Tip, use this for enthusiastic agreement, especially when the news is positive. It's informal and expressive. 9. We're in the same boat. This means you share the same situation or opinion, like being in the same boat navigating rough waters. Example, your friend says, I'm stressed about exams. You say, we're in the same boat. I've been studying nonstop too. Tip, perfect for showing empathy and agreement in shared struggles. Use it in casual or relatable contexts. 10. I couldn't agree more. A strong, emphatic way to say you completely agree with no reservations. Example, someone says, remote work boosts productivity. You respond, I couldn't agree more. It's been a game changer. Tip, this works in both formal and informal settings. Use it to emphasize total alignment with someone's view. Wow, 10 idioms for agreeing. That's a lot of ways to say, yes, I get you. Try these out, and you'll sound like you've been speaking English forever. Now let's switch gears to disagreeing. Disagreeing can be tricky. You want to be clear, but not rude. These next 10 idioms will help you navigate disagreements with confidence and class. Idioms for disagreeing. Here are 10 idioms for expressing disagreement, from polite to firm. Each one has its own flavor, so you'll find the perfect fit for any situation. 1. We're not seeing eye to eye. This means you have different perspectives and can't quite agree. It's polite and focuses on the difference rather than conflict. Example, your teammate wants to rush a project, but you say, I think we're not seeing eye to eye. I'd rather take our time. Tip, ideal for professional or diplomatic settings. It softens disagreement and keeps things civil. 2. I beg to differ, a polite but firm way to say you disagree, often used in debates or discussions. Example, someone says, video games are bad for kids. You reply, I beg to differ. They can teach problem-solving skills. Tip, use this in intellectual or semi-formal conversations. It's respectful but shows confidence in your stance. 3. You're barking up the wrong tree. This means someone is mistaken or approaching something incorrectly. It's a bit playful but can sound sharp if you're not careful. Example, if someone blames you for a mix-up, you might say, you're barking up the wrong tree. That wasn't my task. Tip, use in casual settings and watch your tone. It can sound dismissive if said too forcefully. 4. I'm not buying it. This means you don't believe or agree with someone's argument, often because it seems unconvincing. Example, your friend says they'll finish a huge project in one night. You say, I'm not buying it. That's way too ambitious. Tip, keep this informal and use it with friends or in relaxed debates. It can sound blunt, so soften it with a smile if needed. 5. We'll have to agree to disagree, the ultimate peacekeeper idiom. It means you acknowledge the disagreement, but suggest moving on without resolving it. Example, you and a friend are debating politics, and you say, let's agree to disagree and grab some coffee instead. Tip, use this to end a stalemate politely, especially when neither side will budge. It's great for maintaining harmony. 6. I'm not on board with that. This means you don't agree with or support a plan or idea, like refusing to join a ship's crew. Example, your team suggests a risky marketing campaign. You say, I'm not on board with that. It feels too aggressive. Tip, perfect for professional settings or group discussions. It's firm but polite, showing you're open to other ideas. 7. That doesn't hold water. This means an argument or idea isn't logical or convincing, like a bucket with holes that can't hold water. Example, someone claims, we don't need a budget for this project. You reply, that doesn't hold water. We'll overspend without one. Tip, use this in debates or analytical discussions. It's a bit formal, so it's great for professional or academic settings. 8. You've lost me. This means you don't understand or agree with someone's point because it's confusing or unconvincing. Example, your colleague explains a complicated plan and you say, you've lost me. I don't see how that'll work. Tip, use this when someone's argument is unclear or hard to follow. It's conversational and works in casual or semi-professional settings. 9. I'm not so sure about that, a gentle way to express doubt or disagreement without being confrontational. Example, your friend says, this new restaurant is the best in town. You reply, I'm not so sure about that. I've had better. Tip, this is versatile and polite, perfect for softening disagreement in any setting. Pair it with a friendly tone. 10. That's a stretch. This means you think someone's idea or claim is far-fetched or hard to believe. Example, someone says, we can finish this in an hour. You respond, that's a stretch. It'll take at least 3. Tip, use this in informal settings when you want to challenge an unrealistic idea. Be mindful of tone. It can sound skeptical. With 20 idioms in your pocket, you're ready to take your English to the next level. But to sound natural, here are 3 key tips. Choose the right moment. Match the idiom to the situation. I'm in your corner is great for support in a meeting, while that's a stretch is better for casual chats with friends. Mind your tone. Idioms like, I'm not buying it, or that's a stretch, can sound harsh if said too sharply. Practice delivering them with a neutral or friendly tone to keep things smooth. Practice makes perfect. Try using these idioms in real conversations. For example, next time you agree, say, that's music to my ears. Or when you disagree, try, I'm not so sure about that. The more you use them, the more natural they'll feel. Here's your challenge, listeners. Over the next week, pick 5 of these idioms, mix and match from agreeing and disagreeing, and use them in your conversations. Maybe try, you read my mind with a friend, or that doesn't hold water in a debate. Then, share your experience with us. Drop a comment. Tell me which idioms you used, how they landed, and if you felt more confident. I can't wait to hear your stories. What a ride! We've covered 20 idioms for agreeing and disagreeing, from I couldn't agree more to that's a stretch. These phrases will make your English more colorful, natural, and engaging. Keep practicing, and you'll be tossing them into conversations like a true native speaker. Thanks for joining me on Speak Like a Pro. If you love this episode, please follow us on your favorite platform, leave a review, or share it with a friend who's leveling up their English. We'll be back next week with more tips to make you sound like a pro. Until then, keep speaking, keep learning, and stay awesome. This is Jai signing off.